Hey guys, it's your girl Elise Black, and I want to welcome you guys to the Pink Couch Cover TV, and we're going to jump into another video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and remember everything that I am talking about is alleged and is for commentary purposes. So if you read the thumbnail, we're going to jump into a few things from the reunion part 2. Again, the reunion, the way it's moving this year, they're taking like 4 to 5 big chunks and they're talking about it. So I'm just gonna give like my 2 cents on some of the stuff that I had opinions on as I was watching it and just kind of unpack it. The first story that I want to just kind of talk about is the Keke and Tisha situation that's going on, the dynamics of their of their relationship. Excuse me. One thing that Carlos King wanted to highlight this part 2 segment with Tisha and her cousin is the drug allegations. And then they also talked about the shoplifting allegation. One thing that came out with that was a lot of speculation that Keke was back on drugs again, and I'm stating speculation from her cousin Tisha and her brother and cousin-in-law Marcel. And the reason why Tisha speculated, she said she has known her in the past when she's been on drugs, including Marcel, and they know, when the way she acts when she's on drugs. So Tisha said she was just kind of acting, pretty nostalgic with how she used to act when she was on drugs. And Marcel claims that he's had to come pick her up on several occasions when she is, I guess, out there in the streets or whatever. One thing that she did clarify for everyone is that she has never, ever used like crack, meth, anything like that. She was on pills. And then when she went to treatment, she went on methadone, which is used to help you counteract those cravings, to help you get that drug out of your system. So what they brought out during this reunion was pretty much we were giving more background information on her past addiction and how the Scotts, I guess, stepped in to help her. Well, she pretty much feuded it and said, pretty much he picked her up one time because her husband had taken her keys. But it all this was brought up to state that when she came to the party and threw the drink in Tisha's face that she was on drugs, okay? Carlos King went around and asked, cast members, who felt that she was on drugs or whatever, who thought that, felt that when she came, there was their initial response to her that she was on drugs. I think Melanie said she never thought that. I think Maurice felt she was. Of course, we know Tisha and Marceau did. Stormy did feel that way, and I think Kimmy was kind of in between and on the fence with whether she felt this way or not. I think she did feel she was on drugs. Long story short, we see, which I think is I know I did. I showed you guys in one of my videos where Melody goes and she pops up on Keke unaware why her and her husband, are moving things out of storage or into storage, something of that nature. And she pops up on them. And so she, has a conversation with Keke and, pretty much kind of lets her know you're kind of out of line for throwing that drink on her. And then, long story short, they get to the point to where she goes and she takes a drug test, right? Well, when Melanie read the test results, everything came back negative. One of the things that she read was methadone, and on there it said negative for methadone. Well, the problem the world is having with that are Carlos King and the cast. Because I'm going to be real with you, I really don't give a damn. The girl say she clean. She trying to get clean. I'm going to go ahead and support her for what she's trying to do. And I'm pretty sure her husband and her family is holding her down when she slipped. And at the end of the day, if she did slip, I really feel like ain't nobody damn business. That is a serious journey she's on. That's a life and death journey. And I feel like the way her family is coming for her, them 2 clowns over there, yo, man, that's not a good look for you. if somebody is really sick and have an illness, I think you should have way more compassion. But instead, because your cousin wants to bring you, the tea that you already have, that your nigga still fucking on that girl, you wants to act stupid because you rather it not be so because you know it to be true. You just happy the nigga took your ass to Africa recently. But at the same time, your husband fucking on a bitch and your cousin who could possibly lose her life, I think is far more important. And you should have a level of sensitivity and, quit fronting for the fucking cameras. Because you front for them cameras and you're going to lose a family member one way or the other. So for me, you niggas is petty. But let me get back on track. Let me at least try to. So with that being said, the question was the test real? Well, back up. Not that the test was real. No one's questioning the validity of the test. But I think Marcel says she must have used someone else's pee or urine or whatever. So, Melanie just chimed in and was like, no, production was there. Producers were there. I walked in the restroom with her that, she really did use her own urine. And this is what the test said. So again, Carlos continued to push the issue. Then why did it test negative for methadone if that's what you're on? And then they asked how often does she take her methadone? Well, like you take your prescription. So like she stated, I can't explain to you why that happened, but she was even willing to go backstage and take another test. I wouldn't be willing to do shit. I'm not finna prove nothing for them people. You bitches prove that y'all are what y'all say y'all are. Are you really millionaires? I mean, are you really standing on business? Like Mel said, this show is really what this is about. Like are you niggas still in lawsuits? I mean, we know he playing off. I don't think nobody gives a fuck for it to be verified. But your fake ass storyline, Tisha, that you're having an affair or could have an affair or possibly could step out. We know y'all wrote that shit. Just like Sheree and Martel ass wrote that shit, that fake ass shit that I told you guys about in several of my videos. Because y'all just trying to stay relevant. But I think while you're trying to stay relevant for a TV show, you're losing real blood ties. You know what I mean? By trying to make this woman, this professional woman, let's be clear, who had a fault, like we all do. Some faults are worse than the others. Some make it out, some don't. Some become greater and get stronger, and some don't. This is your opportunity to be, like I see, sister. Y'all should be sisters, but you're not doing it. You rather fight for this dirty dick over here who fucking people all over America. So when I look at the dynamics of Tisha and Keke, girl, fuck her. Move on. Sometimes you have to leave family. I raised my hand to that. Sometimes they better off not around you, okay? Especially when you're trying to stay sober. You don't need that added fucking stress. You got kids. You moving around to make sure your kids are where they need to be for schooling. I understand that. I've had to do that several times. That's stressful. You ain't got time to be dealing with this bitch over here. If he want to fuck on everybody and everything, girl, let him. She'll catch enough doctor visits to figure it out. All right, but anyway, again, guys, as I'm moving forward, because I am getting into it, I'm waking up on this. All of this is alleged, okay? And it's for entertainment and commentary purposes. But, I'm so sick of this narrative that Tisha wants to push against her Keke, her cousin Keke. Like, for example, stating that when it got to the cheating situation with Keke and her husband, so Keke was like, yeah. So, okay, they have dealt with that in their marriage. I'm not for it, but hell, if that's what they're doing in their marriage, that's them. At least they are open and talking about it while you niggas is over here lying in denial. But Tisha goes on to say things like she paid for her husband to go on a date with this woman. So in the end, what really happened, let's fast forward. Keke, she's so raw, she don't give a damn. She was like, I gave him some money. And I guess this man, after she had given him some money to do something with it, went out and took somebody on a date. So as one of the cast members brought out, and you guys can go check it out and rewind. Oh, you made it seem like she knew about it. She didn't know this nigga was going to take the money she gave him and go on a date with another bitch. See, to me, y'all, only thing that we should take from that is women, don't be giving these niggas money. Okay? That's the only thing we should take from that story. Because she wasn't on no pills then. Because she said this is when they first started dating. Women, oh my God. Don't be giving these men money. Boo. Because if you start like that, that's how that shit gonna end. You gonna be the fucking breadwinner. Fuck that shit. That's why we got so many men trained like that. Because bitches be giving a nigga money in cars. Letting him drop your ass off at work. Y'all, women, if you can hear me, listen to the sound of my voice. Don't be giving these niggas money. No. Now, when you get in a situation and you in a relationship and y'all are building together and y'all rocking together, I still don't believe patting a nigga pocket because that's crazy. But you could do for your man. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. But putting money in niggas' pockets, no. They pockets supposed to stay full. Okay? He supposed to go to work. I mean, he supposed to lead if he want to be the man and the king, right? They always yelling at kings and shit when nigga provide. All right, so moving on. So, Tisha embellishes a lot. When I look at them on stage, her and her husband, yo, they really need to go take some acting classes because that's all they came to do was act. They didn't come to tell the truth. She has rehearsed everything that she has put before us in this reunion. Because in the beginning, hell, go check out the other reunion. She was something looking stupid. So her and her husband probably have practicing sessions every, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. All right. So that was, we got into that and worked that out a little bit. And so we then look at moving over to, let's just talk about the Whitlows, which we're going to move real fast past them because I thought they was gone. Okay. So pretty much they talked about her postpartum depression and Lou being gone. And then the other thing that they really went to, which I'm kind of happy they brought out, is the fact that she's a fucking Karen. Now, if you've seen some of my videos and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and go ahead and become a member and put on the notification button so you'll know when I'm dropping a video. But I need y'all to go back and check some of those videos out if you haven't seen them, okay? Click on them, give me those views, let's get it popping. But I call her a Karen and I express why she's a fucking Karen. I believe she's a Karen. I don't know why they keep talking about race when it comes to this Karen situation. I know that Karen started with the white woman. I do get it. So now it is an actual thing, okay? So when you hear the definition Karen, I think everybody knows what Karen means. So I'm going to need her to quit acting like she don't know what the fuck we talking about when we say you are a Karen. You do Karen-ass shit. Ask the stupid-ass questions, of people. Not just what we going to get to on this reunion, but prior to coming in, you came in real bold, like asking people all type of shit that it had it been, like I always say in real life, but I know they say it's real. But had you been around me in mine, girl, please, you would have got shut down and sentenced one and never tried it again. Because, girl, please, no, ma'am. The shit you doing, you are Karen. That's what you are. You always interjecting, and then I don't know what it is. You try to call it pregnancy brain bullshit. You never go back and tell Lou or anybody the story like it really happened. And he defended your ass like husband should, okay, I guess. But you never tell the stories how it really is, and then you always want to throw up a Karen ass apology. We can even go as far as you act entitled. Okay, so for me, you never coming back to the show is okay with me. But long story short, your Karen ass did some stuff with, the little bitch nigga named Martel, where you went and asked him about him and Sheree's relationship, okay? I guess you asked the questions that I guess the world wanted to know, but you're just so tacky with it and you just had no right. You have no relationship. You're like one of the newest persons to the show, you and your family, and then you just get out on this woman who you've only seen on TV and ask questions about her personal sexual life. Shree was good that day. I think I said it in my video. Because, girl, please, I promise you, I try to be a professional, in my life. But when people pull me out of character, baby, I got a way of getting you. And sometimes I don't even have to curse. Okay, I do a lot of the cursing online with y'all because I've told y'all in my profession in life, I don't really get to do any of that. So when people come for me after 5, it's almost a given that I got something for everybody. So when it comes to Karen, nah, we could never sit across from a table and she asked me anything about my sexual life with anybody. So when she asked Martel that about Shree, he got offended. Everybody had a meeting. I say everybody, I'm sorry, my bad. Martel and Marceau spoke with her. This was not like they planned it, because I think Martel was already meeting with this woman, Karen, and she goes back and tells her husband all this BS, and then, of course, the little men have their little riff, and they sell it so quick, and they're done. But in talking about that, they got on the relationship of Martel and Shree, as we're talking about. And again, it later went on to be further exposed on that stage that Martel wouldn't have never even married Shree. Okay? Because he tells Karen, but you asking her all those questions. And I'm talking about Tiffany when I say Karen. You asking Shree all these questions. And see, when Martel gets frustrated, y'all, he started fucking up and let shit go. Go watch it again. It ain't like I was going to marry her. That's what he says about Shree. It ain't like I was going to marry her. So in other words, if you're going to question anyone about me, because, she was talking about in that episode, the reason why she did it is because she was worried about families blending. Because, that was one of her concerns, and how would that work? First of all, you and Melody don't even talk like that for you to be worried about who the fuck gonna be in her kid's life. Feel what I'm saying? How many scenes have you filmed with her? Let's think on that. You don't have the right to ask nobody nothing about nothing and nobody when it comes to Melanie, Shree Rogers, and her kids, girl. So anyway, your concern for Shree and how this is going to work, that's a Karen move all the way and beyond. And so Martel, with his frustrated ass, says it wasn't like I was going to marry her anyway. So I said all of this to say, when he was saying, I'll be getting married this year, when he was dating Shree, all of that was what I told you guys was. It was a publicity stunt to get, try to change his narrative, to become more relevant. There was never a relationship. It was a business arrangement. I told you guys there was no chemistry there. All this big dick energy she kept talking about. Well, and them, if you've seen it on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, this nigga getting dressed in her room and the camera zooming in on his penis region. Like, nigga, stop. You even when I believe you went and got surgery. I don't believe she ever had it. Okay, again, all this is alleged. Okay? But I told you guys this shit was fake as fuck. This Shree and Martel shit. So Carlos, then they pan over to talk to Martel dumbass about, well, what happened between you and Shree? He can't figure out if they was dating, wasn't dating, friends. Don't know what the fuck. Okay, so the whole staff is confused. The whole cast is confused, looking crazy back and forth. But they knew damn well them two went together. Because Kimmy speaks up and says that she felt like she never saw any chemistry between Martel and Shree. Hell no. Shree was like, this nigga, damn, how long I gotta do this shit? You can see in her face, how long do I gotta pretend to be with this dumb nigga while he's sitting up here cracking these jokes, being insensitive, saying I can't see? Shree ain't got time for that type of shit. We all know Shree ain't got time for that type of shit. It was all for TV. Even though she'll take a prison nigga for 10. It was all for TV. They both were struggling in them lines. And them storylines. Struggling. She had just let a prison nigga for 10 go. And she couldn't get that shit straight on how she wanted to spin that on TV. They both was on different, platforms, lying back and forth about how this shit really went down. And I heard Martel and Shree had the same PR person. After seeing her last post, oh, Jesus Christ, I see why this shit turned out the way it did. So Martel stated they are still friends. He's just trying to stay focused on getting his life and business together. And that is why him and Shree, are not kind of, as close as they used to be. So, of course, Carlos King, in true fashion, says, well, Shree said it was because of all the negative press you were getting. And that's why you guys split. or whatever, stop seeing each other. And then later on, Carlos Kings asked him, is he single? Once again, this nigga says yes. And Carlos King brings up the fact, well, pretty much, it's out there that you with your baby mama. He denies that he is with her. So people saying he's married to this girl, I don't believe that shit, because I know some commentators and bloggers are posting, on their title, Martel is married to Arionne. But what happened on the show is when Carlos King was asking him, was he single? Marceau bitch ass said, does your wife know that? Talking about Arionne, right? But I think he was just making punt because he's always with this bitch. So most niggas, when they with you all the time, they say they wifey, you wifed up. But public record, they don't have enough money to hide a wedding license, okay, or wedding certificate. So we're not gonna say they married because we can look this shit up, okay? It would already been online. So I think what Marceau is saying, you're with her all the time. So Melody chimes in and states, she's at your house all the time. Every time my kids are over there, she's there. Okay? So if this ain't your woman, pretty much, what the fuck is she? But what got me was this bitch nigga Martel says, he brings it to pass. Well, you having 19 babysitters or 20, whatever he said, 20 babysitters or some shit. And Mel, references why you going there. But what he was trying to say is pretty much like I've said to you guys, remember on my one of my videos when I think she was sitting up there at the game with Martel and I was like, bitch, go babysit them kids. Because Mel was gone. Y'all, this bitch is the babysitter. I'm trying to tell you. So I've been saying she is the babysitter. Okay? She is hoe. She lick his asshole. And she is his baby sitter. So this fool said, you got 19 babysitters. And I believe through all the commotion she was trying to say, it's better for her to be there with the kids than all these babysitters. And see, when I said to you guys earlier about on my last video, a lot of y'all didn't check this shit out. My very last one, I don't think we had that many hits. Y'all need to go back and look at it because I talk about the fact when you are in a situation where you have left your husband or whatever it is and the side chick is around, we don't want that bitch around our kids. We don't trust her. She is bitter. They're bitter. They will do anything. So I said this in my last video that Mel don't want that woman around her fucking kids. So Mel says this on the platform, on the stage. Why would I want this bitch around my kids? You know what I mean? Like, he's dirty. This nigga dirty as fuck. So with this shit, with him being arrested and coming out, I feel like she should use everything that she has, all this revenge P, to get full custody. Again, go check out my last video. I'll talk about that. She needs to go get full custody. Like, this is crazy. Like, she shouldn't stand for this shit. And again, this happened months ago. We ain't talking about this. He just got arrested. So, like, we've already seen what she's up against, right? So, again, Mel is not wanting this woman around her kids. So like she said, it's like you with her. But what I caught during the back and forth, which I thought was funny, he talking all that shit. I can't remember what she said, but she said, that's why I used to beat your ass. I sure did. Oh my God. Oh, because the girl AC used to reach out to her, DM her, fuck with her, shit like that. And so she was letting her know through all that frustration, that's why I used to beat your ass. So it got to a boiling point, y'all, where Mel admitted to, that's why I used to beat your ass. Now, see, okay. We already knew Mel was fierce and wasn't playing with his ass. We didn't see her throw glasses, drinks. We didn't heard her say, I'm going to beat your ass. We've heard her say that. Go back. Look at the seasons. Mel has said, you better get him. So I already knew what type of chick Mel was, okay? I see her and me, okay? And so, like, she let that shit go on stage. She said, I sure did. Okay? On that ass. I sure did. Did y'all see that fool Martel? He is so in love with her, even when she talking about how she used to beat his ass. Because even during this reunion, watch it. He sides with Mel on everything, even when it got nothing to do with him. He winks his eye at her. Look, go back and look. He looks and he's winking his eye. Every time he looks her way, it's like he's in heaven. But yet he know he in hell. And he fighting because, he's still, I get it. Sometimes they will go 15 years still wanting you. Okay? I'm telling y'all, he's not going to get over this. He's not getting over this no time soon. I know y'all be like 3 years. Trust me, I've been through a divorce. I told y'all originally in my first video when I first saw this show, it was like mimicking me and my ex-husband's relationship. My ex-husband was a millionaire, the whole nine. We had that life. So I am a woman who had to start over, and I didn't get those breaks, right? So it's been tough, but I'm here. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm seeing this shit. So I've been through this shit. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. My husband, ex-husband took him 15 years to get remarried. And he just got remarried like a few weeks ago. And he's still having, my daughter was down there recently. And when I FaceTime in to talk to her just the other day, he hasn't gotten over me, is what I'm trying to say. So long story short, she said she used to beat that ass. And what Martel said, he responded with, now, y'all, he didn't deny it. Because a lot of times when you are a whore-ass man, like he was, and you keep fucking up, the man will let you hit all over you. You can hit him all in the head, you yell, scream, cry, I hate you, bitch. All he don't want you is don't leave. He'll hold you. I love you, I'm sorry, while you fucking him up. So I already know what Mel went through. It wasn't like he a punk bitch. Because I believe he put them hands on Arionne and any other woman. He just did not want to lose Mel. So he allowed her to, I promise you, go in on his ass. What he said was, if a man was to say that, y'all wouldn't be responding like that. So we found out that Mel last night used to put them hands on Martel's ass. We found out that Martel said he would have never married Shree. Carlos King, which you're going to see in this upcoming show, he does ask Martel who was his guest visitor. So I know Arionne over there rolling in beds and shit because not only is her man in love with his ex-wife, he still got other hoes. He's just bringing them through, and he is still not claiming her, and he probably never fucking will. But we did find out that there was a chick there that night, but Mel also got a massage by somebody. So we trying to figure out who Mel let put their hands on her. We also found out that Tisha embellishes a lot. We could still see the lustful ways just coming off of Martel as he looked at his wife. We see that Keke Jabbar, her is real as shit. She don't give a fuck. And people are still trying to figure out why she didn't test for methadone. So guys, that is my thoughts and my recaps. And of course, we need Tiffany Whitlow Karen to be gone. Sorry guys, right after I stopped recording, I realized I didn't cover one other topic, and it's probably just because it's just not relevant. Stormy's mom, I just really need her to go have several seats, and because she is sweating Mel over not responding to comments when people are downing her daughter. I think she just needs to go get a life. But her hair was cute, but I guess they weren't really worth mentioning. I think Mel is getting ready to crack open a can on an ass on her. She is trying to be respectful, but Mel did call her mama a demon. And I think that's the second time her mama has been called a demon. And quite frankly, I see demonry through her face. All right, y'all. Holla! All right, so that is my thoughts on this past part 2 reunion. Check it out, like it, comment, subscribe, send it to a friend and share, and I will see you for the next one. Have a good one. It's been your girl, Elise Black.